Want to command respect and shift how people perceive you? There's a simple, incredibly powerful trick at your fingertips: the power of the pause. The unnoticed presence, why many go unseen and unheard. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like you simply vanished into the background? It's a common experience for many of us. Our presence can feel weak, almost transparent, and our energy becomes instantly forgettable. We seamlessly blend into the scenery, just another face in the crowd, easily overlooked. When we speak, our words often lack weight, failing to resonate or make a lasting impression on others. Similarly, our actions, no matter how well-intentioned, might seem to lack impact, leaving little to no impression. In these situations, we exist physically in spaces, yet we don't command attention or leave a significant, lasting mark on those around us. So, why does this phenomenon occur? The harsh truth lies in a fundamental aspect of human interaction. Society often respects strength, not weakness. People are constantly, and often without conscious thought, sizing each other up. Within mere seconds of an encounter, we're all subtly placed into invisible social categories. This assessment isn't just about the content of what you say, but, more profoundly, it's about how you say it, how you move your body, and crucially, how you carry yourself. If you tend to speak too quickly, betraying a sense of urgency or nervousness, or if your voice or posture hints at hesitation, or even if you visibly try too hard to impress, you might inadvertently signal a lack of confidence or even a lower social standing. This subtle nonverbal communication can quickly lead others to subconsciously categorize you as someone beneath them, making it incredibly difficult to earn their genuine respect, regardless of the brilliance of your next words. The powerful solution: embracing the strategic pause. The secret to effortlessly commanding respect, often without needing to utter a single word, lies in a subtle yet profoundly effective technique: mastering the control of time within a conversation through strategic pauses. Consider the stark contrast between two distinct types of individuals in any social or professional setting. The weak individual: these individuals often feel an intense, almost urgent need to rush. They instinctively feel compelled to fill every moment of silence. They tend to talk fast, driven either by a deep-seated fear of being ignored or a desperate, almost palpable, hope for approval from others. You might notice them babbling, their voices often rising in pitch at the end of sentences, almost as if they're subconsciously seeking validation or permission to continue. In their eagerness and haste to be heard or liked, they inadvertently give away their power, appearing less confident and less in control. The powerful individual: these individuals, in stark contrast, do the exact opposite. They consciously pause. They possess an intuitive understanding that silence isn't an awkward void to be rushed through, but rather a powerful, deliberate tool to be leveraged. They know how to let silence work for them, actively using it to create anticipation and build tension in the interaction. They strategically force others to wait, compelling them to lean forward, to anticipate their next words, thereby cultivating an undeniable atmosphere of deep respect and focused attention. The profound psychology behind the pause. This isn't merely a clever communication trick, it's a deep-seated psychological principle, profoundly rooted in fundamental human behavior and intricate social dynamics. Dominance in nature: take a moment to observe the animal kingdom. You'll quickly notice that the most dominant creatures are rarely the loudest or the most frantic. Consider the majestic lion. It doesn't roar excessively or display frantic energy before the hunt. Instead, it moves with calculated silence, patiently waiting for the perfect, most opportune moment to strike. Similarly, the alpha in any pack doesn't need to constantly announce or aggressively assert its dominance. It's intrinsically understood through its calm, self-assured demeanor. True power moves slowly, deliberately, and unhurriedly. It subtly implies a deep, calm confidence that doesn't feel the need to prove itself through constant activity or noise. Signaling control and confidence: when you consciously choose to pause, even for a brief moment, you are sending a profoundly powerful, unspoken message: I am not desperate for your attention, nor am I in any kind of rush. I am in control of the pace of this interaction. This nonverbal cue is incredibly potent, instantly signaling self-assurance, authority, and composure. People are instinctively and unconsciously drawn to and respect those who appear to be firmly in control, not just of the immediate situation, but fundamentally of themselves and their emotions. Creating uncertainty and focused attention, silence, even if it lasts for just a fleeting moment, can make people feel slightly uncomfortable. Our brains are hardwired to intensely dislike uncertainty and have a natural urge to seek resolution and predictability. A well-timed, intentional pause strategically creates a subtle sense of uncertainty, a momentary vacuum in the conversation. This compelling void forces others to focus intently on you. It literally compels them to lean in, to pay much closer attention, and to anticipate your next words with heightened awareness, thereby effortlessly placing you at the absolute center of their attention and focus. Adding perceived value to your words. In the realm of communication, the principle of scarcity often directly correlates to value. When you choose to speak less, but with greater intentionality, precision, and impact, your words automatically seem more profound, more insightful, and inherently more valuable. People naturally tend to assign higher importance and weight to things that are rare, carefully considered, or perceived as difficult to obtain. By strategically pausing, you make your forthcoming words feel more deliberate, more carefully chosen, and therefore, significantly more weighty and impactful. Projecting unshakable confidence and intelligence, fast, erratic, or rambling speech can inadvertently make an individual appear nervous, insecure, disorganized, or even scattered in their thoughts. In stark contrast, slow, deliberate speech, thoughtfully punctuated by strategic pauses, unequivocally signals confidence, intelligence, and unwavering self-assurance. This measured, composed delivery subconsciously communicates to others, with unmistakable clarity, I am fully in control of my thoughts, my words, and ultimately, myself. Implementing this simple trick for immediate and lasting impact. Are you ready to put this incredibly powerful yet deceptively simple technique into immediate practice? The very next time you find yourself engaged in a conversation, whether it's with a close friend, a brand new acquaintance, a colleague, or even someone in a position of significant authority, try this. When someone asks you a question, consciously pause for just 2 seconds. While this brief duration might initially feel like an eternity to you, it is a perfectly acceptable and crucially effective length for this technique. During this brief period of silence, make a conscious effort not to fidget or nervously look away. Instead, maintain comfortable, unwavering eye contact, holding their gaze steadily. This deliberate action powerfully reinforces your calm presence and projects undeniable confidence. Then, and only then, speak deliberately, slowly, and with clear, resonant authority. Articulate your words carefully, allowing each one to carry its full weight and impact. As you consistently do this, make a conscious effort to observe their reaction. Notice how they might subtly shift in their seat, how their eyes remain intently locked on you, and how the entire energy in the room subtly yet definitively adjusts to yours. You'll experience a palpable, tangible shift in the dynamic of the interaction. Taking decisive control of your presence. It's a reality that many people will simply disregard this straightforward advice. They'll continue their ingrained habit of talking fast, desperately seeking external approval, and relentlessly chasing attention. Consequently, they'll continue to be overlooked, their impact minimized. However, those who diligently practice and truly master the pause will inevitably rise above the noise. They will effortlessly command the room and inherently demand genuine respect, not through loudness or arrogance, but through presence. The kind of presence that doesn't beg for attention but draws it in like gravity. When such a person speaks, the room leans in. When they remain silent, the room grows tense with anticipation. Why? Because real power doesn't need to announce itself. It is felt. It reverberates in the pause between words, in the restraint of reaction, in the calm steadiness of someone who knows exactly who they are and needs no external validation. And here's the truth most people will never grasp: power is not flashy. It's not about dominating others with force. It's about influence. Subtle. Precise. Controlled. The most dangerous and commanding man in the room is rarely the loudest, he is the one who listens, calculates, waits, and then speaks with intentionality. The choice, ultimately, is yours. You can continue to chase attention, over-explain, rush your words to fill the silence, hoping to be seen or heard, or you can slow down. You can harness the timeless discipline of restraint. Try this seemingly simple yet incredibly effective trick today, the power of the pause, and prepare to experience an immediate and profound shift in how you are perceived by everyone around you. When you pause, truly pause, you break the rhythm of reactive conversation. You interrupt the flow of expectation. You command space without needing to fight for it. People lean forward. They wait. They respect the silence because, instinctively, they know what few will ever say out loud. Those who can remain calm under pressure possess something others lack, inner control. And in this world, control is power. Remember, power is not something that is freely given, it is taken, it is earned, and it is sustained by the daily disciplines most men are too distracted or too weak to embody. It's in the subtle cues. The confident posture. The quiet stare. The measured breath. It's in your ability to delay gratification, to not respond emotionally, to say less, but mean more. By mastering this subtle yet profound act of self-control, you begin to influence and even dictate the unspoken emotional atmosphere of every interaction you engage in. You shift from being reactive to being the one who sets the pace. You stop following the flow of the conversation, and become the current that others must adjust to. Ask yourself this honestly. Are you ready to become a compelling, influential force in any room you enter, or will you continue to fade unnoticed into the background noise? Because make no mistake, there is no middle ground. In every room you walk into, you are either a presence or an absence. You either take space or you are ignored. You are either the signal or the noise. The pause is far more than mere silence, it is a tactical reset, a conscious display of self-mastery, and a potent form of social power. It gives your words gravity. It gives your presence weight. It is a quiet declaration, I do not need to rush. I do not need to chase. I am in control. And people feel that. You'll notice it immediately. People will listen more intently. They will mirror your pace. They will begin to filter their words more carefully around you, adjusting to your energy, sensing that you are not just another voice in the crowd, you are the center of gravity. A man who commands without needing to raise his voice. In a world addicted to noise, speed, and constant validation, your silence becomes sacred. Your restraint becomes radical. Your calm becomes magnetic. This is not about gimmicks. This is ancient. Timeless. Stoic. Machiavellian. The art of power has always favored the man who can wait, who can withhold, who can watch before he moves. The man who cannot be provoked. The man whose pauses are more threatening than others' aggression. That man owns the room. So next time you speak, pause. Next time someone challenges you, pause. Next time you feel the urge to fill the silence, pause. Breathe. Wait. Watch. Let the discomfort work for you. Let others reveal themselves while you remain composed. Because the one who speaks least often holds the most weight when he does. And the one who moves slowest is often the one pulling all the strings. Those who master this, truly master the world. Not by force. Not by volume. But by presence. Silence, when used with intention, is not absence, it is domination in disguise.